Hi, good morning. This is Dr. Tom Knotts, and I wanted to go ahead and begin our video series on proving that evolution is a lie and creation and the Bible are 100% correct. And actually, creationism is the only real theory, or shall we say, valid theory on what has happened. Today, I want to speak about the theory of organic evolution and how it's invalid. And I'm going to use the Law of Biogenesis. Now, biogenesis, this is a term that was given by T.H. Huxley, and he gave it to the principle that life begets life. In other words, life originates only from pre-existing life. It has never and can never come from non-living material. There have been experiments that have been done for well over 250 years at this point, and scientists have tried to create life. They've tried to repurpose life. They've tried to reanimate things. They have failed in every way, and we're going to get into some deeper subjects like the single cell, the anomaly of the single cell, and such things as that, which also prove the hand of a creator. But the law of biogenesis is this, and it's called a law because it has been observed for over 200 years. It's been validated. It is not even questionable. But organic evolution has never been observed. Now, if you believe in the Big Bang Theory, you believe in organic evolution. You believe that 63 billion years ago an explosion happened to where nothing became a dot, an infinitesimally small dot, and it exploded and created everything that you now see. Which is, it takes more faith to believe that than to believe in a living God that created everything. But organic evolution has never been observed. It has been theorized. And by organic evolution, what is meant is a naturally occurring beneficial change that produces increased and inheritable complexity. Those are two qualifying measures there. Produces increased and inheritable complexity. An increase in complexity would be shown if, for instance, the offspring of one form of life had a different and an improved set of vital organs. Okay? And for instance, if as a human being, you had somebody that was born with an enlarged or two hearts, like a Vulcan in Star Trek, that just doesn't happen. And so it's sometimes called the molecules to man theory, or what is commonly referred to as macroevolution. Macroevolution. Now, microevolution is different than macroevolution. Microevolution, on the other hand, does not involve increasing complexity. It only involves changes in size, shape, and color, or minor chemical alterations, like the phenological changes that occur within an eye or something. Microevolution is thought of as a horizontal change. In other words, everything's already there, and it's just rearranging things, like an RNA or a genetic DNA recomposition, or precursors being flipped on the genetic chain of the DNA. But macroevolution would involve an upward and beneficial change in complexity. And it means a totally different or a new occurrence. That's never been observed. It's never been found. There's never been found a missing link in not only man or species of primates, or in any species. There have never been any missing links found in any species. And that includes the flora, the fauna, or what we'd call the plant life. So here's this. The law of biogenesis is a very simple law. And what's interesting is they have to learn it. If you get a degree in science, you have to study this. And the law of biogenesis is this: spontaneous generation, or in other words, the emergence of life from non-living matter, has never been observed. all observations have shown and continually do show that life comes only from life. This rule, this observation has happened so often, it's become a rule and a law in science. It has been observed so consistently that it is called the Law of Biogenesis. Now, the theory, and it is a theory, evolution has never been proven. It can't be proven because it's not real. But the theory of evolution conflicts with this law by claiming that life came from non-living matter through natural processes. Now, let me explain it in simple terms. If you're an evolutionist, you believe that over billions of years, rain and atmosphere fell upon a rock and created a primordial soup. And by raining on rocks, it created life. That life came basically from a rock. Most people that believe in evolution never look all the way back to the beginning of what that theory states. So the law of biogenesis, and I'm going to try to keep this short. I keep going on. I know, I'm sorry about that. I've been told that I speak too long, so I'm trying to cut down on the amount of time I spend. So the law of biogenesis proves that the theory of evolution is invalid. It can never be, because life only begets life. Okay, this is Dr. Tom Knotts, and if this has inspired you, I would ask you to further look into these things. People get very hate-filled over touching the primordial cow of evolution, and it's because they have such a hatred for God. I've had to block hundreds of people because of the nasty things that they write. But the truth is this: the Lord God loves you. He created everything you see. He holds everything together. We'll get into the equation or the Y factor as to why you can't take and put your finger through the computer screen, or why you can't put it through this. If the molecules are moving, why can't you just push through them? And it's because the atomic structure and subatomic structure actually is held together by an equation, and you'll see the letter Y in there, and that's the energy. They don't know where it comes from, but it's everywhere, and it holds everything in its consistent shape. All right, this is Dr. Tom Knotts. The law of biogenesis: life can only produce life, and it has to be a pre-existing life. All right, Lord bless you this day.